Hey everyone, welcome back to Unlimited Color TV. I'm your host Alexis Monet. Before we get started, make sure you all hit that like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. Okay everyone, it was recently reported that Nicki Minaj's home was swatted and the police were called to her home due to false police reports. And it is alleged that Nicki Minaj has gotten her lawyers involved and will be investigating who made these false reports, and she did address this on Queen Radio. So if you didn't hear it, take a listen.
And you know, if you gotta beat them dogs, you gotta beat them dogs. To help making prank calls. Yes, to help making prank calls while the queen thrives. And the queen gives blessing to the Most High. And we have to laugh, we have to laugh. What we need to do, and it's green light season forever. What we need to do is focus on the prize at hand and nothing else.
Now, some fans also allege and assume that Cardi B and her fans had something to do with it. And some people also feel like there has been some sabotage going on since Nicki Minaj released an official date to her album being released. Now, a lot of fans also feel like Nicki may have shaded Cardi B and her recent Summer Jam performance on Queen Radio. Now, we all know we heard about those seat fillers. And in my opinion, she may have been throwing some shade. Now, if you didn't hear it, take a listen.
Right. I think that's a fair assessment. Buying streams and buying promotion and stuff like that. That's what some of y'all mentioned that. I feel like people gonna do what they want to do. Like, that's none of my business. With me personally, the reason I would never do it is because when you go out in the real world, you gotta learn the sad truth, whether you want to or not. Would never do that. A lot of these apps right now, you can put a little couple dollars in something. But I mean, because I know that I have an organic fan base. I know that when I go on tour, it's gonna be the same energy. I don't need to overdo it. I don't need to outdo anyone. I don't need to have a gotcha moment because I am the motherfucking moment. It is what it is. Nothing can be faked in the real world. And so I would rather know the real deal and not lie to myself, and do what I have to do to really get those numbers rather than taking a shortcut to numbers. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I'm not going to spend my money to impress y'all with no likes, child. No, ma'am.
Now, in my opinion, again, I do feel like she was shading Cardi because the real crowd engagement and physical performances don't add up and match the engagement on social media. And we saw that displayed on Cardi B's Summer Jam performance, but she's not the only artist to run into this issue. A lot of artists purchase packages in order to be perceived bigger than what they are, finesse numbers, but when it comes to real life and people buying tickets and showing up at shows and knowing the lyrics to your songs, it always doesn't add up with certain artists. And that's not to say that Cardi B and other artists don't have fans and that people don't support them, but what I will say is that it has been shown, not only with Cardi B, but with several other artists, that things aren't adding up and they don't have the same engagement that they do online. But when it comes to Nicki Minaj, she's putting up numbers that the new girls can't even touch, so she's out here doing her thing still. Now moving on to Megan Thee Stallion. Now we all know Megan has not released any new music, and she did say that she won't be releasing anything new anytime soon, but for the meantime she has been popping up at red carpets and weddings, and she recently showed up at LA Pride to perform. And I will say that Megan Thee Stallion looked good. Her weight loss looks good on her despite what people are saying. And I will say Megan knows how to put on a good show. Now, speaking of her LA Pride show, she did get surprised by her middle school classmates. And when they came on stage, Megan did make it clear that she used to protect these classmates when they did get bullied in school. So it was nice to see them reunite and have that sweet moment on stage. And if you didn't see it, take a look. So shout out to Megan Thee Stallion for that and for being a good friend in middle school and protecting her friends when they were being bullied. And I do look forward to seeing more Megan Thee Stallion performances, and hopefully when her lawsuit with 1501 is over, she will put out new music. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens, but you let me know how you feel about everything down below. Thanks again for joining me for another video, and until next time, bye.